come on, let's go. We have bars waiting. Those cattlemen's meetings start on time. What's going on? It's not Saturday. What do you wash your feet for?
It ain't my idea.
Mr. Hoss sprained ankle.
Oh, yeah? How'd you do that?
He slipped on pencil.
Oh, what?
Pencil.
I stepped on that, it rolled under my foot.
Don't worry about it. It's only writer's cramp.
Yeah, I'm going to that dang meeting.
No meeting. You keep foot in hot water.
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with it. This dang pot jockey just wants to play doctor.
Nothing wrong. It's...
Ow! You keep foot in hot water. Bandage, plenty rest, pretty quick, ankle all right.
It is a little swollen, ain't it?
You go to meeting.
Okay.
You stay here, keep foot in hot water.
Take care of yourself. I'll tell all the guys in town about your horrible accident.
Yeah, give him my regards.
真係啊！你個衰鬼咁大個仔唔識音三零，不如一日同你打你晒，咁嘅法子。
What are you doing here? Now you get back. You'll get hurt.
Sandy. He must have been in that hotel scene if he could rescue any strays and got trapped himself.
3 fires in 2 months. Too many to be accidental.
I agree with you, Mr. Tucker. It's a barn burner loose, all right. I know the signs. When I was sheriff of Van Buren County, I caught 3 of them.
Yeah, I heard about that, Wall. It's better than our law officers can do.
Clem, any word on Sandy?
No, not yet. Doc said he'd come over as soon as he could. What about Mrs. Lund?
Oh, she turned up all right. Angry, but safe.
3 fires in 2 months. Somebody's setting them.
Mr. Tucker, as dry as this town is, any chimney spark could start a fire, and you know that.
$100,000 worth of damage, and you're talking about chimney sparks?
Well, it's a fact, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Sheriff! I was poking around near where the fire started. Found this.
Coal oil. I knew it. It was arson.
There's more bad news. I met the doc on the way over here. Sandy Anderson's dead.
Oh. Now it's arson and murder. Well, Sheriff?
I'll investigate.
Investigate? You want this man caught, tried, and jailed.
Every woman in town is scared to death.
My wife's afraid to go to bed. Fear the house will burn.
3 fires, no arrests? Maybe you better step down and let a man who can handle the job take over.
Mr. Wall is right. Another fire in Virginia City, we'll get ourselves a new sheriff and a new deputy. Excuse me.
It wasn't your fault.
You don't know what it's like being responsible for a man's death.
But you're not responsible.
I told a lot of people that Aunt Roberta was in the hotel. Sandy Anderson might have been one of those persons.
Listen to me, Janie. We know Sandy Anderson was in the hotel and on the second floor before the fire ever started.
You see, you had nothing to do with Mr. Anderson's death.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a long night. You two must be very tired.
Yes, everybody in town is tired, Mrs. Lund. You two are homeless, though. I think you better come out with us to the Ponderosa.
No, thank you, Mr. Cartwright. Wade Tucker has been kind enough to lend me his home.
Oh, well. Good.
We lost our clothes, but we have a place to stay.
Very nice place.
Well, it's closer to the store than the Ponderosa.
Yeah.
My niece and your deputy make a handsome couple, Sheriff.
I've noticed.
She wasn't very happy about coming to Virginia City, but all that's changed now. Janie, we better be going now. We have to be up early. We have a lot of shopping to do.
Mrs. Lund, was that why you went back into the hotel to try to save your clothes?
No, it wasn't, Sheriff. It was to save my jewel box. It was in the bureau drawer. Good night, gentlemen.
Mrs. Lund, since you're carrying that, it might be wise if I walked you ladies home.
It's a good idea. The ladies don't mind.
We'd be delighted. Oh, Sheriff, Wade Tucker is very angry with you.
He wants me fired.
He has powerful friends. He's a stubborn man, but I'll do what I can to change his mind.
I'll appreciate that. Night. Wade Tucker isn't wasting any time, is he?
Oh, you got a lot of friends, Roy?
Yeah, but right now they're mostly scared and afraid the houses are going to burn down.
Well, Roberta's on your side. She's got a lot of powerful friends, too.
Yeah? She's got more money than she can count. How about a cup of coffee?
Yeah, that'd go real good.
Did you hear what she said about that jewel case?
Yeah.
$300,000 worth of jewels in a little bitty box. And she leaves it in a bureau drawer in the hotel. Here.
Thank you.
She comes back from Europe. She's going to build a new house, spend a fortune on it. One more fire, and more than likely she'll change her mind. That'll make every merchant in town yell for my neck.
You getting a little spooked, Roy?
You betcha I am. I've been wearing this badge for a lot of years now, and I can handle robberies and rustling and a lot of other things, but when it comes to a firebug, I'm just in trouble, Ben. I could use your help.
You know you've got it, Roy.
Thanks, Ben. I gotta investigate, and I have no idea where to start.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. The ashes from the hotel probably tell us something. We'd have to wait till daybreak. What about those two fires last month? Anything strange about them?
Well, there was nothing that I noticed. One of them was a warehouse.
Yeah, Silver City warehouse. Building was locked, cold ashes in the stove. Place just plain exploded. By the time the fire department got there, it was almost gone.
Barn burner, it had to be.
Yeah, and Sheriff Coffey did absolutely nothing.
I'd look for a man with a grudge. That's what pushes burners, grudges and hate.
And if you didn't find him, then what?
Deputized citizens who patrol the town from dark until daylight. When a man turns burner, he doesn't quit until he's caught.
Well, then he could be out there right now getting ready to burn the rest of this town.
Very easy. There's nobody there to stop him.
All right, hold. Come on, hold.
What's this all about?
You were too busy, so we did your work for you.
He's the firebug.
All right, Ira, let's hear it.
We found him in the alley by the burned-out hotel.
There's no law about being there.
Saw us coming and he ran.
That's proof right there. An honest man wouldn't have any reason to run.
The three of you charging at him, a man would be a fool not to.
Now, what were you doing in the alley?
Going home.
He was going to start another fire.
That's the way it is with burners. It's one fire after another.
You know a lot about burners, don't you?
I should. I've caught them.
Roy, it took us a few questions, but we found out. He's the night cook at the Silver Dollar. His name's Smith.
Whiskey Smith, the best cook in Nevada.
Went to work 3 hours before the hotel fire started. He worked straight through. Bartender, waitresses, the dishwasher, they'll all testify to that.
Told you.
You three gentlemen know Mr.
And if it happens again, I'll sue the pants off you. And I'm still going home.
And if it happens again, I'll jail all three of you.
It's been a long night, fellas. How about a beer, huh?
Good. Come. Those fellas are so anxious to find a firebug, will fit it on anybody.
All that talk of barn burner brought something to mind, Ben.
Thanks.
We had a barn burner here about 8, 9 years ago on the Rockerest Ranch.
Yeah, I remember that. The house almost went up.
There you go.
George Benson fired a hand by the name of Tim Moss. Now, Moss was madder than a hatter, and he swore he'd get even. That same night, Benson's barn went up in flames. We never did find Moss, but I hear he's back now.
Yeah, he's back. I saw him just a few days ago.
Where?
He was hunting up around Old Squaw Creek.
Old Squaw Creek? Well, his folks had a homestead there. Joe, I'd like to talk to him. If you'd ride out and show Clem where the place is, I'd appreciate it.
Do it first thing in the morning?
Fire! Fire!
Here we go again.
Coal oil again.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We use only imported lace and the finest silk. When's the wedding, dear?
We haven't set the date.
I know how difficult it is to make plans on a time like this. Most people in this town are afraid to go to bed for fear they'll be burned to death.
May I see that?
Yes?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
It's a shame and a disgrace. And something has got to be done about it.
May I see that?
Yes?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
It's a shame and a disgrace. And something has got to be done about it. There's a petition going around now to get rid of Sheriff Coffey and his deputy.
Fire the deputy?
Yes, Clem. You must have seen him on the street.
Yes. We met in church. We both sing in the choir. He's the man I'm going to marry.
Oh, I didn't mean anything against Clem. I was just telling you what I'd heard.
How long does it take you to make a wedding dress like this?
A week.
I'll let you know. Thank you.
Feels like somebody's working. Boss's cabin is right up ahead.
All right. Let's leave the horses here. We'll walk in.
Howdy, Moss.
Well, howdy.
Heard the shopping. Want to see what's going on. You know Clem here, don't you?
I seen him around.
When'd you get burned out?
Oh, about 5 weeks ago. First night I got back. Bottom rusted out of my stove. Middle of the night, whole place went up.
It's a tough break. It can happen.
Yeah, cabin stands empty, everything rusts. Well, the fire took just about everything I owned. I mean, a new axe, a couple of other things. Prices they charge in Virginia City took just about every dime I had. Just as well, though, if I'd had the price of a room, I'd have been in that hotel.
Oh, you saw the fire then, huh?
Yeah, I was getting ready to leave when it broke out. Made the one I had look like nothing.
I'm gonna have to ask you to saddle your horse, Moss. Sheriff Coffey wants to talk to you.
I knew this wasn't no friendly visit. Bringing the law here. I thought you were a friend of mine.
I am, Moss. Just do what the man says, huh?
Well, that's 32 names in a little less than an hour.
First thing I'm gonna do is get rid of that deputy.
Well, it won't be long till you can. Mr. Tucker's got this recall running like a Swiss watch. There's 16 of us out with these petitions.
Then here's a file on all the fires we've had in the last 10 years. Here's one I remember. West Livery Stable. It was started by a drunk who was trying to light a lantern. He dropped a match into the straw.
He was here when the hotel fire started. Joe's at the Ponderosa, Ben. He asked me to tell you.
When'd you get back, Tim?
5 weeks ago. That's what he told Joe and me.
I was on my own place, minding my own business, when this deputy drags me in here. What for?
Because we've been looking for you for a long time. I got a warrant for your arrest, signed by the district attorney.
Arrest? Why?
Well, suspicion of arson, a barn burn on the Rock Arrest Ranch.
Barn burning?
The day you left town. You were fired about noon. You swore you'd get even. The barn went up that night.
Not me. I was past Carson then, heading south. Oh, I didn't even know about it till now.
In any case, I've got to hold you. The warrant is still in force, so let me have your valuables. I'll keep them safe for you.
Little Joe, where you been? How come you come back so late?
Fix me something to eat, will you?
I cook dinner late for you. You think I cook 24 hours a day just
Look,
for
I said,
you?
fix me something to eat. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Just had a long night. Just fix me a sandwich or something.
You look beat.
Yeah, I'm tired.
When the doc came out to look at my ankle, he told me about the fire.
I mean, make that plural. Fires, more than one.
Is that a fact? You have any idea who's behind all this?
And they got Tim Moss in jail. I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Why'd Roy arrest him?
Pressure. And to arrest somebody, the whole town's on his back. Moss was the most likely candidate because he was mixed up in that barn burning over at Benson's place a few years ago. There was a reason for that. He and Benson had an argument. Benson fired him. No reason for him to burn the hotel in Virginia City or burn anything else. That makes sense.
You know, arresting him and putting him in jail, that ain't the end of it. They still gotta let him stand trial.
That's the part that worries me.
I will will say that Ma sure looked surprised.
Yes, he did.
And he admits that he was here for the warehouse fire as well as the hotel fire.
He was near another fire, too, Roy.
Where was that?
You know that cabin out at the Moss homestead? It burned after he got back.
Certainly piles up, don't it? Mm-hmm. But I'm still not 100% sure.
I've got some stuff to clean up out back. Okay, if I get it now?
Go right ahead.
Right. There's one fire on this list that we haven't talked about. The Ross Hardcastle house.
That was 7 years ago. Oh, Ross lost his life in that one. He was half owner in the Lucky Lund mine. He and Lucky weren't getting along very well. In fact, they were yelling at each other when Lucky Lund keeled over with a heart attack. Next thing you know, Ross's house burned.
Yeah, there's some ugly rumors at the time, I remember.
Well, there's bound to be with the $3-4 million involved.
Which Roberta Lund inherited.
Yeah. And then she went to Europe. Then she came back and the fire started.
Tell Mrs. Lund that Sheriff Coffey and Ben Cartwright are here to see her, please.
What do you two want?
We've gone to talk to Mrs. Lund.
She's here. And she will be until her house is built. I told you we'd have a new sheriff. And we will have. 1,200 signatures in one day.
Your privilege.
Oh, no. My pleasure.
He's still angry. But I did tell you he was. How nice to see you. You're just the people I wanted to see today. Won't you sit down? I've been thinking about the man who died in the fire. Mr. Anderson. He's a miner, I understand. Out of work quite a bit of the time.
That's right, ma'am.
He died a hero. His wife and children need help. That's what I wanted to see you about.
What did you have in mind, Mrs. Lund?
I'd like to give a big, big party to raise money. That way, everyone in Virginia City can contribute. And I'm sure they'll all want to.
Oh, I'm sure they would. I'm just wondering if this would be the right time for it.
Next week?
Well, yeah, I think right now, most everybody is pretty worried about their own homes going up in flames, and I don't think they'd want to go anywhere. I'm just wondering how many people would show up at that party.
I hadn't thought of that.
See, as soon as this whole thing is cleared up, I think everybody would be very happy to pitch in and help you make this the biggest party that ever was.
How very nice of you. Thank you so much.
Mrs. Lund,
Mr. Cartwright, I realize that I haven't asked you why you came to see me today. I profited by a fire in Virginia City some years ago. I hear there are some people who think I set that fire. I imagine even my name is on your list of suspects.
Well, there is just one routine question that I have to ask you. It's, where were you on the night the hotel fire started?
I was giving a dinner party at the Nevada Club.
Now, you may be right, Andy, but I still think it's his right foreleg. I'll be right with you, Janie. Come on up in here.
I hear you caught the firebug.
And I think so. Sheriff Coffey's not so sure.
Is he mean looking?
Oh, I guess you could say he's mean looking, yeah.
What's going to happen to him?
Prison for life, if he's found guilty. Man died in fire.
I feel sorry for him. You don't mind if I feel sorry for him, do you?
No. I don't mind. Oh, you're a very pretty girl. I'm a very lucky guy.
I hope he still thinks so after I tell you what I did.
Oh?
Aunt Roberta wants to have an engagement party for us.
Oh.
And I told her to go ahead.
All that fuss. Isn't there some way we can get out of it?
Women like that kind of fuss, Clem. Besides, it's only a small party day after tomorrow.
Women like it, do they? All right. I surrender.
And I went shopping for a wedding dress.
I don't mind you shopping, but we may have to wait.
Because of the petitions?
Why, sure. I may be out of a job.
Clem, I've been thinking about that. Why wait? I mean, you can quit your job now and we can get married right after the party and go away. We can go to California or someplace. I mean, you can find another job and I'll find a job.
Go away? I thought you liked it here in Virginia City.
Not really. The only thing I've ever liked about Virginia City is you. Please, Clem.
I want to get married as much as you do, Janie, or more. But we can't. Not until this firebug thing is over. It's going to be all right. You just hang on. Wait right here for me. I've got to see the sheriff a minute.
Get it out of here. I don't want it.
You gotta eat something.
Why? Is there a law says I do?
No, but there's a law says I gotta put it there.
Sheriff? The whole town getting ready to send you to the Iron Hotel. You wouldn't eat either.
That's your choice.
Sheriff, I didn't set any of them fires. Sheriff, that's the truth. I swear it. Sheriff, you gotta listen to me. You gotta listen, Sheriff. Somebody's gotta listen. Sheriff, you gotta listen to me.
That been going on very long?
He's been like that for 3 weeks now.
He insists he's innocent.
Well, most guilty men do. The point is that there's been no fire since Moss was locked up.
Well, Roy, you feel a little more certain about him now?
Ben, I wasn't until I heard that George Benson, that's the man who fired Moss, was at the hotel at the time the fire started. Motive, Moss still trying to get even. So that wrapped it up for me.
Well, Roy, I think there's something you want to hear. Dr. Quinn and I were talking in the Nevada Club, and he told me something that... Well, stop, sir.
Well, now, some of this is supposition, but there is medical evidence to support a lot of it. There are people who are mentally ill who set fires without motive. They're not looking for money or revenge. They just like to see things burn.
You're trying to say that Moss is not guilty?
No. I'm saying that the mental illness does exist.
And that Moss may have it.
Well, that's possible. Those who do are moody, depressed, withdrawn, just before they set a fire. Happy when they watch the fire, and fulfilled afterward. I've seen a lot of these cases. I paid my way through medical school by working in an insane asylum.
Well, then you've really seen these people.
Oh, am I interrupting?
No, Clem. I said my piece. I'm on my way.
Well, thank you, Doctor.
Well, I thought you should know. Oh, Roy, I'd like to come back tonight and talk to Morse, if I may.
That'll be fine, Doctor.
Thanks for coming.
Clem.
Doc. Mrs. London's having a little party tonight for Janie and me. We'd both like to have you, Joe, and Haas there.
Well, a party? I'm not going to have enough time to get to the ranch and get back and,
Well,
get
she knew you were going to say that. She told me to accept no excuses. You can come on as you are.
I'll pick Joe up at the hotel. We'll be there.
Fine.
All right. Roy? See you later.
Bye, man.
Is that stuff from Sacramento?
Oh, good.
Congratulations. To a long and happy life, and may all your children have wealthy parents.
Thank you, Joe.
Just in time, I'm gonna make a little longer toast this time.
Of course I'm delighted. There hasn't been too much sunshine in Janie's life. Her mother died when she was born. Her father could never forgive Janie for her mother's death.
Where's he now?
He died tragically. After that, she was in boarding school for a while and passed back and forth from one relative to another.
Then you came along.
She should have been with me years ago.
Well, look, Clem, you've already got your girl. I think I better go find one for myself. I'll see you two later.
Do we really have to wait, Clem?
Janie, I've got a job to do. If I'd pick up and quit and just walk away, I'd have a hard time finding work as a deputy anywhere else.
A new place. I just think it'd be better for both of us.
Clem, I'd like to drink to this very happy occasion and wish the both of you the best of luck.
Thank you, Roy.
I swore in a new deputy tonight, but just to keep his eye on the jail so that I could make this celebration.
Would you excuse me for a moment?
Sure. Yes. Hey, that champagne makes a pretty good drink, don't it?
Good.
Going for your satisfaction?
Yes, thanks to you. Will you excuse me for a moment?
Well?
Excuse me, where's Janie?
She was here. She excused herself.
She must be in her room.
And I understand the hardware store is going to change hands.
Janie?
Bothering her. I guess maybe she thought her nose was shining.
You know what I think it is, Roy? I think she's a little nervous about getting married to Clem here.
East Street.
Save it. We couldn't have. We had a dozen pumpers. We better get some water in those other buildings. The whole town will go.
Yeah, good. Tell them.
Roy? Weren't there 2 fires the night the hotel burned?
And 2 the time before that.
Think there'll be another one?
Anything's possible. With everybody down here, somebody's got the whole town to work in.
Right, we better start looking.
Roy, the side street and the alleys.
I'll take everything west of the jail.
All right, we'll split the rest. You go down that way.
Stop the car, boys! We can't save this one! We're going up the street!
You all right?
Get the fire department. Get the chief. Get down here fast.
Boy, what happened? Tell me about it.
In there. I followed her in there.
Who?
Where's Jenny?
No, Jenny?
Jenny. She's in there. She's in there. She's in there.
Clem, take it easy.
Take it easy. Clem, there's nothing you can do.
Your horse is over at the livery stable. That's one of the few buildings that didn't burn down.
I hope your deputy's all right.
I lady a time or two. She was mighty pretty.
Well, things are starting to get organized out there anyway. The Army's sending over tents. They're going to set up just at the East Grove there, just outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to set up field kitchens and food and for anybody who needs it.
Good. With most of Virginia City burned down, just about everybody's going to need it.
Yeah. Where's Clem? left out there?
There's nothing left out there. I loved her, Ben.
Why? I don't know why. I guess we'll never really know.
One thing about a town, you can always rebuild it. Can't do that with people.
No. No, you sure can't. Clem, there's going to be a new Virginia City out there. It'll have a new life. And those of us who help rebuild it will have a new life with it.
Never believe it, but this is one spring that never went dry.
We came to the right place.
Nothing now. But the grass around here used to be knee-deep this time of the year.
What I said, we came to the right place.
Yeah, I know. But I wish I believed it the way you do. It's all right, I know them. Whenever I'm in this part of the country, I work for them. Till I get the itch to move again.
Well, I'll be doggone if it isn't Dusty Rhodes.
Joe Cartwright. Van, Hoss.
How are you,
Dusty, how are you? Fine and dandy. Jamie? This here's Jamie Hunter. We're traveling together now.
Howdy.
Good to see you, Jamie.
Jamie. I remembered this spring and figured it'd be a good place to fill up her barrel and water her horse, but nothing but dust.
Yeah. Been like this for about 4 months. This is the worst drought we've had in years, Dusty.
Well, you've still got the lake.
Well, it doesn't help the grass on the hills much.
People can make it rain.
Well,
I've heard that some people can make it rain if they know how.
yeah, but some people think they can, but I figure it'll rain when it gets good and ready to rain. I hope it gets good and ready real soon. Boys, we better get along and find those strays. Dusty, you and your young friend here, you come and have supper with us.
Well, thank you.
See you.
Good to see you again.
Look forward to it. If the Cartwrights don't think you can make rain, nobody else is going to think so either.
But this isn't the only place suffering drought. We'll go on to Carson City and try our luck there.
No, we won't. They need rain here in Virginia City, and I'm gonna make it.
Look at those prices, Mayor. Last week he was charging $2 a barrel, and that was steep.
Well, Scott, since then, we've had 7 more days without rain. And there's always somebody trying to make money out of the misfortunes of others.
It ain't right.
No, but it's legal. Why don't you go up and buy a barrel before the price goes up again?
I got 500 head of stock out there baking in the sun. A barrel wouldn't even get me started. Rainmaker. The vultures are beginning to circle.
I don't know. I've heard some people make rain.
I heard spunk water can remove warts.
Did you ever try it?
Never had warts.
You've had a drought like this before. Come on, it won't cost us nothing to listen.
Well, let's go find the mayor and strike a bargain.
Strike a better bargain. Let the mayor find you.
What makes you think he's looking for us?
You see the prices in the water wagon down the street?
Yeah?
He's looking.
You know, Jamie, you put me in mind of a fella I knew back in Big Springs. No education to speak of, but oh, my, he was smart. To hear him tell it, you'd think he knew more than any man living or dead.
Yeah, what's he doing now?
20 years.
Your name Garibaldi?
That's what it says on the sign, but you can call me Doc.
Well, I'm Mayor Corey. What are you doing in Virginia City, Mr. Garibaldi?
Well, we're just passing through. Stopped to water the horses.
Is that a fact? Well, the troughs are all dry, and so are most of the wells around here.
Oh, now, it's a shame.
You think so?
I said so, didn't I?
I guess you've come to fill them up for us.
Yeah, all it takes is a little rain.
Which you can supply, I suppose.
You said that, neighbor. I didn't. As a matter of fact, we're on our way to Colton, Arizona, where they haven't had a drop of rain in 3 months. So we better be on our way. We promised them we'd be there by the end of the month.
Just a minute, Doc.
Well, minutes make hours, and hours make days, and waiting around here can make me late.
Well, we'll only take 3 minutes of your time, and we'll see that you get some water for your horses. We've been without water here for over 4 months. Maybe we ought to have a little talk, huh?
Talk, or business talk?
Business.
All right. You got 30 minutes.
We could talk in my office.
You'd like us to believe that you can make it rain in Virginia City, huh?
No, I'm only telling you I can. You can believe what you want.
Can you absolutely guarantee you can make it rain?
Absolutely.
Well, supposing we did believe you, and supposing we was to hire you to perform these services, just what do you suppose it'd cost?
Well, since we're only supposing, I suppose it'd cost you about $5,000.
$5,000? You expect us to pay you $5,000?
I don't expect you to pay me a red cent. Where we're going, Colton, Arizona, $5,000 doesn't bother them any. They need rain, and they know I'll deliver, so they're waiting there with the money in their hands. Jamie?
Mr. Garibaldi, Doc, it's just possible that 5,000 doesn't scare us much either. But we would have to know more if we were going to close the deal.
Oh? Like what?
Well, you could camp on some side hill until we get a natural rain, then come running to collect.
Well, you tell me. When do you need the rain?
Yesterday.
You wasted my time.
We haven't said no yet.
You haven't said yes either. Let's go on down the road.
Look, Doc.
If we don't get rain within 2 weeks, there won't be anything here worth saving.
2 weeks, huh? Well, I can do that.
Sprinkles don't count. It's got to be a real rain. It's got to cover this whole area.
Oh, 20 miles in all directions. Got to be. I wouldn't want the rain to miss Ben Cartwright's place.
You say that like you know.
Oh, I do. And Hollis and Joe.
You a friend of theirs?
Well, we was in business together. Partners.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Martin, you go talk to your neighbors south of town. Right. Garrison, you talk to your neighbors on the north and east. I'll line up the local folks. Well, Doc, that puts it square up to you.
We got to have a contract first. Just have everybody sign right here at the bottom.
Oh, well, we're all friends here.
Well, a man can lose an awful lot of friends in a rainstorm.
And then there's a little matter of the advance.
What advance?
$200 to buy the chemicals and explosives.
Chemicals? Explosives?
Certainly. We got to blow away the existing weather conditions, frolic-enhance the atmosphere, and create a natural vacuum to be filled by the oncoming rain clouds. And that takes more than 2 sticks, a pinch of salt, and a loud sneeze.
200 out of city funds. It's mighty irregular.
Here we stand, and down the road there's folks waiting with money in their hands.
Doc, wait a minute. Here's your advance.
Well, thank you, Mayor. I'll be back for that contract tomorrow. Now, what's all this about $200? You told me all the chemicals we need wouldn't cost more than $50.
I'm doing this for you.
For me? Now, hold on, boy.
You gotta buy the
$50 worth?
Yeah.
Just how much tower are you figuring on building?
18 feet and 2 inches high and strong.
High and strong, huh? Well, you've come to the right man for the job. Did I ever tell you about the bridge I built across No Bottom Canyon?
Yeah, you told me.
Now, this better work, or we're going to have an awful lot of sore citizens coming at us.
Won't matter. You'll never see us.
Why not?
It'll be raining too hard.
If you had one of these that fit me, Fred, one of these dress-up vests, how much would you ask for?
Well, this is $1.75, boss.
$1.75?
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Thing's going sky high.
That's not bad.
Yeah? Seems a little tight.
Well, I have to let it out a little.
Yeah. But $1.75, that's ridiculous.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Jamie. Go ahead and wait on the young man.
Now, you look like a boy with a nickel to spend. I bet you want some jelly beans.
No.
Licorice whips. Okay, I give up. What do you want?
I need some buckets.
Those are solid oak. They won't crack, they won't split, leak. They'll last a lifetime.
Good, I'll take 10 of them.
10?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to cost you a lot of money.
Oh, I've got a lot of money. And more coming. $4,800 more.
You wouldn't want to buy this whole store, would you?
No.
That's what I should have said 10 years ago. Oh, you want 10 buckets. And is there anything else?
Oh, yeah, a whole lot of things.
Huh.
20 gallons of turpentine.
20 gallons terps.
15 pounds of sulfur.
15 pounds of sulfur.
20 pounds of soda.
20 pounds of soda.
You have blasting powder?
Oh, that comes in 10-pound kegs.
Good, I'll take 5.
50 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind my asking, what do you want this stuff for?
Atmospheric manipulation.
Oh. I guess that explains it. Was there anything else?
Oh, yeah. 20 pounds of salt.
20 pounds of salt.
You have that?
Yes, uh-huh.
Yeah, and a bottle of Quicksilver.
Quicksilver? Beans.
Oh, no, we'll need scoops.
How many scoops?
3.
3 scoops. Anything else?
Let's see. Oh, need something to stir with.
Uh-huh.
Big, something big, like an oar. An oar or
An
paddle.
oar?
Yeah.
Well, I've got an oar.
Oh, okay, I'll take that. Okay.
Cups.
Okay, 4 cups.
4 cups.
You hired a what? A rainmaker, Ben. Said he was a friend of yours, Dr. B. Barnaby Garibaldi, rainmaker.
Never heard of him.
See? I told you he was a phony.
You did not.
Well, wait a minute, fellas. There's no harm done, unless you've already paid him for the job.
Not a chance. We were going to pay him when it rained.
Except for the advance.
The advance. How much?
He said he needs some supplies.
How much?
Chemicals, explosives,
$200.
All right, where is this miraculous rainmaker?
Last time I saw him, he was heading out of town.
Toward the Ponderosa.
Howdy, Hoss.
Oh, howdy, Dusty. It looks like you two are going to stay around for a while.
Oh, a couple weeks, more or less. Did you get everything? Not everything. Where's the grub?
That comes to $84.23. Now, are you sure there isn't anything else?
Yes.
We'll need lumber for the tower.
Oh, I've got that. I've got that out back.
Well, let's have a look.
I've got all kinds of it.
Right here.
Hey, Jamie, explain what. Tell me about that manipulation. What is that in here?
Oh, I'm gonna make it rain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll see you, Jamie.
Okay, bye. Something wrong?
Oh, no, they ain't nothing wrong. Best of luck, Jamie.
Thank you.
Here she comes.
On the ground, just touching.
Just like I said, 18 feet 2 inches exactly.
All right. Well, come on down. We got a lot more to do. One quart of iodine. £15 of sulfur.
Blasting powder. We're in business with a bang.
That's the way it's supposed to be. 10 gallons of turpentine.
10 gallons of turpentine.
20 pounds of soda.
20 pounds of soda. That could mean trouble.
Well, if it is, it's been a mighty short 2 weeks.
You wait right here. I'll go talk to him. Howdy, neighbors.
Howdy.
Something wrong?
Yeah, it's sure some piece of construction you got there.
Yeah, and it had to be exactly the right size.
Well, Ben, is he a friend of yours or ain't he?
Oh, yes, I know him.
What about the advance?
Well, anybody's going to build a tower like that sure isn't fixing to run off somewhere.
Well, since they're on your land, you can keep an eye on them. I think I'll be getting back to town. It's a comfort to know he's a friend of yours, and you'll vouch for him.
I'll see you back in town.
It's a comfort to know he's a friend of yours, and you'll vouch for him.
I'll see you back in town. Now. Come here. Where'd you learn to build like this?
Well, you know that trestle over Walnut Creek?
Yeah?
Well, I did 6 months carpentering on that trestle.
Did you? Well, what's it for? And what about that? B. Barnaby Garibaldi, Doctor of Precipitative Practices. Now, would you mind explaining to me where you got that rig and that new name?
Why, sure, man. Jamie?
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. You can put the gun away now. Why don't you kick up the fire there and put the coffee pot back on? Holler when it's hot.
Is he a relative of yours?
No, he's a stray like me. We kind of got together by accident.
Huh?
I was coming back from Montana, coming over a high pass, and I found this wagon in a ditch. Jamie was trying to get it out, and Tom Hunter, that's Jamie's daddy, was down sick in the back end of the wagon and wrapped up in a blanket, freezing 1 minute and burning up the next.
Yeah?
Well, I didn't know Tom Hunter very long, but he was one of the best. And he knew he was dying, too, but not a whimper out of him. He was just worried about the boy, and he asked me if I'd take care of him and kind of see that he got a fair share of education. Told him I wasn't the man for that job, but he insisted.
And you promised to do it.
Yeah. But like I said, he was one of the best.
Coffee's ready.
Be right there.
Quite a responsibility you've taken, huh?
Oh, it hadn't been too bad so far.
It's probably strong enough to float a bullet, but that's the way my pa liked it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it's strong, all right. You old enough to drink coffee?
I'm old enough to take care of myself. I'm old enough to drink coffee. I'm old enough to take care of him, too.
Now, just a minute. You're might confused, aren't you? I'm taking care of you, remember?
Well, I might have might confused. Now, you're Dusty Rhodes, and you're Jamie Hunter. Who's this Dr. Garibaldi?
Nobody really. The name just kind of goes along with the wagon and the book.
And Dusty's a bad name for a rainmaker.
Yeah, it sure is. Now, what makes you so all-fire certain that you can make rain?
I'm not sure, but he is.
It's all in the book, Mr. Cartwright. My pa wrote it all down, step by step.
Well, son, I sure don't mean to be disrespectful to your father. I just don't believe that it's possible to shape or twist nature to do whatever you want it to.
Well, sure you can. You can dam up a stream and water a field. You can plow up the ground and spread fertilizer around and plant corn where nature's growing nothing but weeds and wildflowers.
Well, of course, you can do that in the ground, but you can't make rain out of the sky.
No, no more than you can make corn out of the ground. But you can plow the ground and plant the seed.
Jimmy, this is not a game. This is serious, dangerous business. Look around you. It's tinted dry as far as the eye can see. We haven't had rain here in 4 months. And people are upset. Now, they can't take their frustrations out against nature. But if someone like you comes along, you say you're going to make rain, they believe you, and then you cannot make rain. They can sure take it out on you.
We get hard, Mr. Cartwright. We're gonna make rain.
Thanks for the coffee.
You shouldn't have talked to him like that.
He's much as said my pa was a liar.
Now, hold off, boy. He said there are some things a man can't change, and the weather might just possibly be one of them.
My pa was right, and I'm gonna prove it.
Oh, now listen, Jamie.
You gonna try to talk me out of it, too?
It'd be a waste of my breath.
That's right.
But I'll tell you something. If you don't start being a little nicer to people, I'm going to turn you over my knee. And another thing, it's about time you started to learn a little yes, sir, and no, sir, and thank you very much, sir.
You think so?
I know so.
All right.
What?
I said all right.
All right what?
All right, sir.
That's better.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you very much.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I'll be very honest, Corey. I don't think there's a man alive who can make rain.
It's not a happy thought, Ben.
No, it sure isn't.
We got to let him try, Ben. Things are desperate now. Getting worse by the minute.
Not so bad for you, Ben. You got a whole lake full of water.
Yes, and no grass.
Well, I've got a little of either, and I'm willing to try anything.
All right, but don't get your hopes up too high.
Well, you're the one who vouched for them.
I didn't vouch for their ability to make rain.
Well, if it don't rain, you were right. If it does, you get the benefit without paying.
Gentlemen, if it rains within the next 2 weeks, I'll be more than happy to pay my share.
Number one. 2. Number 3. All right, Dusty, start mixing those chemicals.
What's going on here?
We're preparing to sow the seeds, Ben.
You don't believe any of all this, do you?
And not for 1 minute.
And why are you doing all this? Why don't you just stop it before it goes any further?
Well, I don't know how we can do that, short of tying him in the back of the wagon and riding him out of the country.
Now, look, I got a book here that a friend of mine gave me in town. It's all about frauds and confidence games, and there's a whole chapter here about rainmakers. Now, we can prove to him that you cannot make rain.
Won't make a bit of difference. Ben, all you've got is a book that says he can't. He's got a book that says he can. Now, just what have we proved?
Dusty, this book was written by an authority.
And his book's written by his pa.
Well, his pa was wrong.
But Ben, he's heard all that. He's heard his dad called a charlatan, a fraud, a scoundrel. He's seen him run off and chased away. Why, he's even seen him tarred and feathered and ridden out of town on a rail.
Well, then he knows that it's dangerous.
Better than either one of us. That's what killed his daddy.
You saw all this?
Yeah. They worked Jamie over with the willow switch while they were at it. When his pa died, Jamie latched onto that book and set out to make it rain. With a vengeance. I guess he's trying to prove to the whole world that those people were wrong and his daddy was right.
Hi, Jamie.
What are you doing here?
Well, I just came out here to help.
Why? You don't believe in anything I'm doing.
It's just that we have different opinions, Jamie.
I know we do. Why do you want to help?
Well, they asked me in town to come out here and keep an eye on you. And, well, as long as I'm out here, might as well help.
Well, as long as you're here. Come on, Dusty. We got lots of work to do. We're wasting time.
Remind me to teach him how to say please.
If I was a rain cloud, I wouldn't come anywhere near that noise.
I said I'd pay my share, but I'm beginning to wonder. You know, I've seen that Doc Garibaldi someplace before, but I don't remember him being partners with a Cartwright.
He said he was.
What do you figure he's doing up there anyway?
Wasting our time and our money.
You finished eating?
Yeah.
You never even touched it.
Well, I wasn't very hungry.
Jamie, the ink on that page isn't going to fade. It's still going to be there in 20 minutes. Now you eat.
Howdy, Jamie, Dusty.
Howdy, Hoss. What brings you way out here?
Oh, I thought I'd just sort of come out and chill with you fellas.
How about a cup of coffee?
Hey, that sounds good. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you'd invite. Hey, Jamie,
Do you sure enough believe for real that you can make it rain?
Darned right I can. I mean, it's all right here in the book.
Yeah?
Hey, read me some of that, huh?
Here you go. What you got there, Hoss?
Oh, this? It's...
What is it?
It's an umbrella. I brung it out to Jamie.
Thank you.
Yeah. Read me, boy. Read me.
All right.
No clouds must be the rainmaker.
Playing with gunpowder and cooking up stinks that would shame a skunk.
He said 2 weeks and it ain't been but
13 days, and I got water holes full of dust and cattle dying.
pity it ain't real thunder.
Rain's what he promised. And we better get it by tomorrow, or that Garibaldi's gonna think he's been hit by lightning.
That makes 9.
Here's the soda.
That's ordinary soda. You use that in a rain-making mixture?
Mm-hmm. Use salt, too. Turpentine and things people keep in their pantry shelf. It ain't what's in it, it's knowing how to use it. We'll take it up to the tower, Dusty. There's a lot of stars up there. The clouds will come. You'd be surprised how fast they pile up once they start.
Well, I'll tell you, if the rain doesn't come.
I still got the rest of the night and all day tomorrow. It's gonna rain, Mr. Cartwright. Come morning, I still have Pa's emergency page.
His what?
His emergency page. Getting the air ready takes 2 weeks sometimes. If it ain't raining by then, you can just double the batches. Worked every time Pa used it. Well, I better get to the tower.
Jamie? Jamie? I'll take care of that for a while. You get some sleep.
No, I'm not sleeping.
I'm wide awake.
So am I.
Well, if neither one of us can sleep, I'll keep you company.
I used to sit up on the tower with Pa and watch him work. Sometimes I'd go to sleep. The next morning, I'd wake up in the back of the wagon. Didn't even remember him picking me up and moving me. He was a genius, you know. He really could make it rain. People just didn't understand. They thought he was trying to cheat him or something.
I'm willing to be shown.
Well, I'm going to show you. My pa was a genius, and I'm going to prove it.
You getting a little tired?
No need for both of us to be up here.
That's right.
One of us could be getting some sleep.
That's right.
You call me as soon as it gets light.
Crack of dawn.
No. No, don't leave me alone.
No! Leave him alone!
Leave him alone!
Jamie!
Leave him alone!
Jamie.
Don't touch my
Jamie.
paw! Don't hurt him!
Jamie.
Please, leave him alone!
Jamie.
Don't!
Jamie.
Don't touch
Jamie.
my paw!
It's all right, boy. It's all right. Jamie, Jamie, come on, wake
I'm
up.
gonna get the
Wake up,
tub.
wake
I
up.
gotta-
Wake. Yeah, everything's all right now. It's under control. Come on now.
Well, I was dreaming about my paw.
You were having a little nightmare.
I was yelling, huh?
You were yelling.
I'd done it before. Pa used to wake me up. For a minute, I thought you were Pa. I was dreaming about grass flat. I could smell the tar boiling. And they were coming at us from every place. Tar and feathers. That's what they did to my pa.
You better get some rest now. Tomorrow's a big day, Jamie.
I'll go tend to things. You try to get some rest, Jamie.
There were rain-making jobs after grass flat. We'd just get started. The drunks would come and call my pa a fool and a cheat, and lots worse. We'd run. My pa was sick and shaking, and we just couldn't wait for the air was ready. I ain't running.
Of course you're not. Now, come on, lie
I ain't running. Come morning, I'm gonna show everybody. I'm gonna show everybody that my pa knew how to make it rain.
Of course you will. Come on, lie.
Come morning. You'll see. Come morning. Come morning.
No breakfast, 2 bites for dinner. That boy makes a sparrow look like a hearty eater.
He's worried.
He's not alone. I never was a believer, but I admit I did a lot of hoping.
I know what you're thinking.
Well, if you do, you know I wish it was raining.
Thanks. It's only 4 o'clock. I got till midnight.
You got 8 hours.
It's enough time for 3 batches, but I ain't got enough stuff to make even one.
What do you need?
Soda, turpentine.
We've got some at the Ponderosa. I'll get some for you.
Why? You don't believe I can make it rain?
I'll try to be back by dark. Maybe a little after.
So we got to Mr. Cartwright gets back. I hope he gets back soon.
Maybe that's him coming now. Take it easy.
I seen that look on the ones at Tar and Feathered Paw.
Where's the rain?
We've been trying, day and night.
It ain't midnight yet. I have.
You shut your mouth, boy. Dr. Garibaldi, huh? I finally remembered where I seen you before. You was partners with Hoss and Joe in that livery stable deal.
Yeah, we was learning the business from the ground up.
Got a wise mouth. But he ain't no doctor, and his name ain't Garibaldi.
I never said it was.
That's what you led us to believe. It's the same thing. You already stole 200. You was hoping to steal a lot more.
Now we're gonna fix it so you don't do that to nobody again.
Start reckoning it, boys.
Now, hold on here. You got no right to...
What's that, Doc?
You let him alone. I'm the rainmaker.
Look who's talking. Is your name Garibaldi?
No, but I'm the rainmaker.
You're a half pint of nothing, boy. You better find yourself a hole and hide. You're gonna get walked on.
Stay out of this, Jamie.
Get moving, boys.
Wait! It's all in here. My pa wrote it all down. He was a rainmaker. He taught me.
What are you talking about, boy?
My pa knew what he was talking about. He wrote it all down in the book.
Let me see that.
Give me my book. Hey, you give me my...
Hold it. Now give that boy his book, and then clear out of here, all of you. You heard me? Now give that boy his book, and then clear out.
Give me my book. Give me my book. Give me...
Who did this?
The folks that hired us to make rain. Scott was one, and Harrison.
I'm sorry, Jamie.
Just a bunch of burnt pages. What's to be sorry about?
Jamie, I'm gonna take you home.
My home's in that wagon, Mr. Cartwright. Besides, I can't leave Dusty.
And Dusty will come along with us.
I didn't run. I said I wouldn't run, and I didn't.
No, you didn't run.
I didn't cry. I'm too big to cry.
That's right. You're too big to cry.
Two minutes to 10. Came 2 hours ahead of when we promised.
It's raining.
It's really raining.
Gee.
Trespass, assault and battery, destruction of property. There's enough here to keep a court busy for a solid month.
Jamie, I guess you're not going to be able to leave us as soon as you thought. Anyway, there's a rainmaker these days. And with the muddy roads, it's not going to be easy to travel.
I'm used to bad roads.
Well, you got to stick around till the wagon is fixed.
We're going to take care of your wagon for you. Wheels, axle, paint, be as good as new. Or better. New sign, too.
What about my pa's book? I guess you can't put that back together again, can you?
No way we can. But we're mighty sorry about it.
Looks like you've been out in the rain.
Yeah. We decided to ride in, save you the trouble of having to tell us what happened.
Might as well get on with it. We hired ourselves a rainmaker. Rain in 2 weeks so we don't have to pay for it. Night before last, rain started at 10 o'clock, 2 hours before the time ran out.
We ain't denying the rain, but we sure didn't hire a boy to make it.
You hired Dusty and me and my pa's book.
We did get rain, and it did come just before the contract time ran out. For them as want to argue, I got documents here charging trespass, assault and battery, destruction of property, and sundry other crimes. 7 pages of it.
Well, we did make a mistake. We're willing to set it straight.
Pay for the rain, too, just like we agreed.
And Jenny, it's up to you.
They gotta say my pa made it rain. I just did what he put in the book. Pa made it rain.
Your pa made it rain, son. And we're willing to put it in writing.
Mr. Cartwright's already paid for his share of the rain. And as soon as the rest of us do likewise, we can forget about the warrants and charges.
Jimmy, it'll be a while before you can leave. Gotta get that wagon fixed up, get all the money collected. Dusty's going to work with us in the Ponderosa. You're welcome to stay just as long as you'd like.
Well, not much on taking favors, but... Well, I could stay for a while, if I could pay for board.
Well, now, I'll tell you what. We'll find you a bunch of chores to make. Hey, looks like it's beginning to clear up.
When the blue and gray were fighting, I found a blood brother. And when the smoke had cleared, we stuck with each other. Spilled blood at Chickamauga, and the cannons roared that day. But it bound us together to right thinking ways. We were blood brothers. And we're blood brothers all blood brothers. Don't let me fall. Now in the days to come, my blood brother learned he could never work without sharing what he earned. He always had his moment, and I had songs to sing, playing all our music for the love that women bring. We were blood brothers, and we're blood brothers all.
Freight wagon coming.
Hey!
Going to Virginia City?
It ain't far. You can walk it.
Oh. My friend here twisted his ankle pretty bad.
All right, hop in the back.
Thank you. Nice man here offered us a ride.
Oh,
come on,
thank
Pete.
you. Thank you, nice man.
You be okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay?
Yeah,
all right.
I'll make it. All right, come on, get on, get on.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Gentlemen. Ah, you bored?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Friends of mine. I'll just be a minute. Friends of mine. I'll just be a minute.
Hey, listen, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't look around. Just look like we're saying hello and how are you?
How's everything at the ranch, Marcus?
Oh, fair to fiddling, Joe. Them three on the tailgate. They're worry willies. I want you to help me tie them up so I can take them into the sheriff.
Well, just because they wear raggedy old uniforms and keep on the move don't necessarily mean...
Hey, Dusty. You know, when I was in Carson City, I remember I looked at a wanted poster. I don't know what it is the guy did, but it seems to me they said he was a worry willie.
Was there a picture of him?
Yeah. I think I could recognize him. Wouldn't hurt to take a look.
I'll cover you.
Hold it! Marcus, hold it. You just said...
I said I saw a poster. I didn't say they were on it.
They ran, didn't they?
Look, I'd run too if you pulled a gun on me.
You're going to be sorry. You wait and see. Worry willies are like a locust. Where there's one, soon there'll be 100. You mark my word.
Looks like a nice place for a permanent camp.
Permanent camp. Yeah, you like... Temporary permanent camp. Yeah, you like it so much, why don't you go blaze a trail?
I would, Billy, but this ankle's giving me fits.
Must have been all that running.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Somebody's coming. Hey, they were the ones on the buckboard.
You better start limping, Pellerman.
My name's Joe Cartwright. This is our foreman, Dusty.
That's right, Joseph. We're the ones who were on that wagon. And the reason we jumped off and hid out for the woods is...
No need to explain. First off, I'm sorry Marcus shot at you.
What's second off?
Second off, I'm glad it was a bad shot. And third, you're welcome to stay a while.
How long a while?
Just how long do you have in mind?
You know, my friend Pellerman here twisted his ankle pretty bad.
Sure would like to give it a good rest.
My friend Krulak, well, he thinks we ought to settle down and get jobs.
No ranch work. No good on a horse.
They might be hiring at one of the mines.
Hey, I'll bet that pays good money. We ought to check into that tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, we're going to be in town this evening. We'll ask around.
No need to put yourself out.
Oh, glad to help. Good luck to you.
Well, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Take it easy with the ankle.
I wish I had a chunk of butter. See if it melt in your mouth.
Yeah, well, you know what I'd like? I'd see you putting in 10 hours a day in a mine.
Oh, there's nothing I'd like better. As soon as this ankle heals.
Yeah, now you better take it easy on the jigging there. Hey, you know what? I'd like to stay put for a while. Why don't we? Looks to me like we just found the right spot.
Well, howdy.
Morning, Ben.
Eddie. All right. Got a list here, and you can take your time in filling it. No hurry.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna have to order some of this. Can I help you, Jamie?
I can't afford it.
Jamie, I just paid you a week's wages for doing the chores.
Well, I know, but... Well, I'd like to kind of keep it in one piece for a while.
Hey, Major, I met 3 fellas this morning. They were looking for work. I wonder if you had anything for them.
Well, I could use one of them, but just temporary.
I think it'll be all right. They're drifters just passing through. Weary Willies.
No Weary Willies from me. I don't want them in my store. They're all alike, troublemakers.
I haven't heard of any trouble they've caused.
They're scum, every one of them. I had my fill of them during the war. They were a disgrace to the uniform then. They haven't earned enough sense to buy a new suit of clothes. They're all crackpots in one way or another.
Add a pound of jelly beans to that order, will you?
Thank you.
Hey, looks like somebody found a good place. Hey!
Let me help you with that.
So far from here?
No, maybe a half a mile.
Oh, hallelujah, I'm about ready to drop.
You don't happen to have any sugar, do you?
Yeah, some. About half a pound.
Well, it's my turn to say hallelujah.
Hey, what is it, a barn?
No, just a field. There are woods to keep the wind off. Sounds like a real nice place. And we got permission to stay. We're going into town for a while if you want to come along.
Well, maybe I'd like to dip my hands and splash my face and just sit for a while.
Well, suit yourself.
Just a minute, miss. Miss, let me take that. Woman, pretty's used for looking at, not for lifting things.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, miss. You own this store?
My father does. He lets me close up sometimes, if he's busy.
Well, I just made up my mind. I'm gonna give you all my business.
Now, you're making fun of me.
A little. You mind?
No, I guess it doesn't do any harm.
Then maybe I'll see you again.
I'm here every day.
What was that all about?
Well, it was about a pretty girl in the grocery store, Pellerman. Man's got to keep his eye on the future.
Yeah, those fellas bothering you, Angie?
No. As a matter of fact, they weren't.
I just thought I'd walk you home.
Thank you. But I can find a way.
They've got green poker tables at the Silver Dollar Saloon. Watered down whiskey on a hot afternoon. I'm a castaway stranger with $1 or two. Guess you can tell that I'm just
He
passing
sings like a
through.
bird, don't he?
Smile at that barmaid, Lord, but she just don't care. Her Starched store-bought boyfriend tells me not to stare, and I've got no silver dollars to tip her when I'm through. Guess she can tell that I'm just passing through.
Don't we have a law against vagrants, beggars?
We'll have 2 beers. Right. And one for our friend there. That'll be 25 cents a piece. Price of beer's gone up. In advance. Hey, that song's got to be worth something.
Now, look, mister, I can't buy a new keg of beer with that song. Now, you fellas either shell out or get out.
Just relax and enjoy the music. Boy sings like a bird, don't he?
You heard me. Now, you fellas either walk out of here or else get thrown out.
If you need any help, I'll take care of that songbird there.
You touch him and I'll tell you what you'll do, mister, and you'll get out of here. And I mean both of you right now.
I'd rather roam. Yes, I'd rather be a man just
Really?
passing through.
No applause, please. The friendly feeling in the room is sufficient reward. Good night.
Hey. How you doing? You boys leaving?
No, we thought we might.
You still looking for work?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I talked to the foreman at the Silver King mine. He's looking for men. Just bring him this note. He'll take care of it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
Okay.
Take care.
You fellas ready for that drink?
Yeah, we're kind of down on our luck tonight.
That's all right. You got rich friends.
You got enough for a couple of rounds.
Well, not this saloon.
What's wrong with it?
I hope you won't think I'm being snobbish, but the people that frequent this place are rather low element, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Gusty.
What?
The 2 fellows that just joined him. It's the guy on the poster in Carson City.
Hey,
Let's go talk to the sheriff.
Mr. Cartwright, what's a weary willy?
Well, Jimmy, it's a man who goes from one place to another looking for himself.
Why?
Because he's lost.
You mean he doesn't know where he is?
No. Doesn't know who he is, or why he's here, or even what he's looking for.
Oh, you mean like someone who doesn't know what he wants to be when he grows up?
Something like that. See, a man goes away to war, and he lives every minute in danger, and misery and mud, and he comes back, and he's changed. And he can't figure out why the rest of the world hasn't changed as much as he has. So he goes looking.
Mr. Cartwright, Joe's back.
Oh, good. Guess he must have got word from the sheriff in Carson City. Well?
Yeah, he was the one, all right. We got a telegram from Carson City.
What'd they pick him up for?
Well, he was wanted for robbery and murder. A lynch mob started to gather, and he managed to get away. And about 2 days later, they found out they had the wrong man.
I guess he just looked guilty.
What kind of look is that?
Different, Jamie. He looked different, so they figured he had to be guilty.
Yeah, well, I got one for you. Weary Willie was a dirty man. He washed his face and fried pan and combed his hair with a wagon wheel and died of a toothache. morning.
Willie! That's right, Willie. Those kids.
Oh, they don't mean any harm. Tell me something. You got guitar strings?
Yes, we do. Do you want to buy the whole set?
Well, now, I didn't say I wanted to buy them. I just asked if you had them. See, I got this terrible case of curiosity. I'll bet you got coffee, too.
Yes.
And sugar, and salt, and canned beans, too.
All that, too.
And you got just what I need. But I ain't got no money.
I'm sorry. We don't give credit to strangers.
Don't be sorry. I don't believe in credit neither. Now, I did notice that your back fence needs painting. And I can chop wood and sweep out the store. Any work you need done, I can do it.
I'll have to ask my pa.
Well, hey, you play the guitar?
No, I don't.
Well, how'd you like to learn? I mean, you'd be surprised how fast you could learn to play the guitar. I tell you what, you give me $5 worth of stuff, I'll give you 10 lessons. How's that?
Get out of here before you say one more word, or I'll call the sheriff.
Pa!
You don't need the
You
sheriff,
stay out of this, Edward.
Come on, you. Come on, come on.
Hey, Edward, now! You don't want to get your hands dirty.
Edward! I'm awful sorry.
Teach you the guitar anyway. I don't see any.
Wait a minute. I'm sure I brought sugar. Here it is.
Hey, we got visitors, Billy.
Don't worry about it. They said we could stay, didn't they?
Yeah.
Come on, keep working. You Mr. Ben Cartwright?
Howdy.
Well, I hope you won't mind a few of our friends joining us.
Please don't make them leave Mr. Cartwright.
What are you doing here, Angie?
I came here to help them. They're good people. And my friends who came with me feel the same way I do.
That's very commendable. Don't you think this is going just a little too far? Chopping down trees without asking permission?
Now, wood's thick as this, you don't thin out the trees, they'll all die.
Well, I'm grateful for that information. And I see you're building here.
Oh, just a shelter. We'll take it down when we go. Leave the place like it was when we got here.
Sir, the way I see it, this clearing's no good to you anyway.
Hey, Willies!
High point of my life is catching sight of that stack of rocks back there on the road. We haven't seen a friendly face in over a month.
My regards.
Hope you have some tea. My wife's expecting, and the coffee don't set well.
Didn't you bring tea, Angie?
Yes, and the kettle's already simmering. It won't take just a minute to bring it to a boil.
Oh, well, thank you.
How soon are you due?
Well, I reckon by the next...
You gotta admit, they sure are a friendly bunch. The problem is you gotta stop it somewhere. You can't just let them keep coming in. They'll be swarming all over the ranch.
I know. Well, all right, I'll tell you what. You can build your shelter. And anyone who's here now, that stack of rocks out there on the road, that's gotta go. All right?
We're building a shelter big enough for a lot more. Seems a shame not to get the most use out of it.
Sorry, but that's my offer.
What if people just happen to wander in?
Then I guess they'll just have to wander out again. Oh, and no trouble. If there's any trouble, either here or in town, the lease is canceled.
Won't be any trouble, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, I hope not. Now, what about these fellas here? Anybody here have any special skills of any kind?
Sure, most of us have trades.
Yeah, I work with leather, you know, vests and belts, saddlebags.
I'm a silversmith.
Would you like to place an order for some silver spurs? It does beautiful work.
There's one step you forgot, the first one. Where's he going to get leather for the vests?
Well, we ain't got that one worked out yet, but once we...
I hope it's not too strong, Carolyn. Oh, it looks just right.
Angie!
Pa! Don't you dare make a scene.
Now, you get in that buggy and go home. We'll talk later.
Now listen, Pa. You told him, didn't you? You saw me get in the buggy. You followed me here.
Oh, no, Angie.
Oh, yes, you did.
I said we'd talk later.
I'd rather talk now. I'm not a child, Pa.
And you ought to have more sense than take away riffraff like that.
Hey, hot! My apologies, Major. I'll have them all shot at sunrise.
Unless you file charges of trespassing, I'm going to take action.
Nobody's trespassing. They have my permission to stay here.
Very well, then I'll take it up with the sheriff.
Take what up? They haven't done anything.
What about these groceries here, taken from my store? Did you buy them?
You saying I stole them?
I'm saying you coerced my daughter into stealing them for you.
That isn't true.
In the case of a minor, any undue pressure.
There wasn't any.
We'll let the judge decide that. Now, you get in that buggy.
I'm not ready to leave yet, Pa.
Angie, where'd it go?
I think you better, Angie.
All right. Whatever the costs, put it on my bill.
No. No, they'll pay for it. Or else.
Hey, Pa, you know, I think Billy's gonna start working for us tomorrow anyway. Why don't you just give him an advance on his wages? Huh?
What do they owe you? Young man, you better take that grin off your face. I want to see you at my house early tomorrow morning.
What's your matter? You sick?
No, I'm saying, I was just thinking.
Hobson thinking too. Mr. Hoss eat enough, make cook feel like effort is not wasted.
Very good food, Hobson. Besides, I gotta keep my strength up. I still got a lot of work to do up there at Seminole Canyon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How long's that job gonna take?
Probably a couple more days.
You feeling all right, Joe?
I'll tell you what I was thinking about. I was looking at all this food and just wondering if those people out in the woods had enough to eat.
A lot of people in this world are hungry. Some are hungry because they can't work, and we should help them because they can't find a job, and still others are hungry because they won't work. If they get hungry enough, they'll do something about it.
If a man spends all his time working, you don't have any time to think.
Where'd you hear that, Jamie?
That's what Mr. Pelleman said.
And where did you meet Mr. Pelleman?
This morning at the camp on the way to school.
Camp's not on the way to school.
Well, I sort of went a little out of my way.
But you did get to school on time.
Well, I got to talking to Mr. Krulak when I let him have my silver dollar.
You gave Krulak your silver dollar?
No, sir, I'm just letting him use it. You see, he's gonna make me a concho for my belt.
What are you doing with that steer?
Just looking him over, Mr. Cartwright.
No need to put him on the ground to look him over.
There's a reason for that, Mr. Cartwright.
Mr. Cartwright, Billy's trying to...
Angie.
Not supposed to be any more cattle in this section. What's he doing here?
You better ask him that. Hello, Jamie.
Hi, Billy.
He was supposed to report to my house for work this morning.
Well, something came up, I couldn't make it.
Something more important than the bargain we made?
That steer. He's stuck in that bog back there up to his neck.
I don't see any mud on him.
That's because we washed him off to see what was wrong with him.
You sure got an answer for everything, don't you?
Well, if malarkey was music, I'd be a brass band.
All right, let him up.
See, he broke his leg trying to get out of that bog.
Billy. Take Jamie and Angie over there.
Come on now, you know there's nothing you can do for him.
Hey, Jamie! I got something for you.
It's beautiful, Mr. Krulak.
I have to admit it's not half bad.
How'd you do it?
Just takes the right kind of tools and a little work.
Can you show me how?
Sure. You get another silver dollar, and I'll make a better buckle for that belt.
Look, Mr. Cartwright.
It's very good.
Navajo taught me. There wasn't anything that man couldn't do with a piece of silver.
Billy. No need letting all that meat go to waste. I'm sure you can use it.
Well, we can use it all. We can use the meat and the hide, the bones, even...
I'm sorry about that wrong conclusion I jumped to.
Well, that's all right. We're used to it.
Sometimes you just ask for it. All right, Jamie, I'll drop you off at school on the way to town.
Thanks, Mr. Krulak.
Come on. Here.
Hey, Billy, want to help me skin out that cow now?
I'd like to, Palamon, but it's my ankle's giving me fits.
Oh, well, that's all right. Krulak can help me. Come on.
There's nothing wrong with your ankle.
Well, I tell you, Angie, I saw a lot of death when I was in the Army, but somehow I just never got used to being around it.
If we sow the seeds of doubt deep down in our minds, they'll ramble and tangle till we strangle each other like vines. Like it's already growing wild from Boston to Atlanta, Georgia, and it won't be very long until it's over. Sometimes I doubt and my mind begins to wonder if fighting for a woman will make me feel I'm stronger. Believe that loving her is better than dying for her, though it won't be very long till it's over.
Billy? What'd you do in the Army?
Well, did an awful lot of walking. And did some camping out, and then did a lot more walking. And then one day, a whole bunch of us fellers ran up a hill, shooting off our guns and yelling. And the fellers on the top of the hill started shooting off their guns and yelling, so we ran back down the hill again. But there was an officer down there, and he started yelling, shooting off his gun. So we run back up the hill, and then we run down the hill, and we run up the hill, and down the hill, and up and down, and wasn't anybody left to run no more. And then somebody said, well, we didn't want that old hill anyway. That's when I lit out for the brush, and I guess they went looking for the hill they wanted.
That's why you joined the Weary Willies?
Well, you can't join the Weary Willies because all of them are unjoined. We're just together because we understand each other. Angie, what do you suppose could satisfy the soul except to walk free and know no superior? That's Walt Whitman.
Is that what you want to do the rest of your life? Walk free?
I ain't gonna run up no more hills nobody wants.
Aren't there any hills you want to climb?
Nope.
What if I were on top of one of those hills?
Well, I'd wave to you as I pass by. I'd probably miss you when you were behind me.
Touch her.
Hey, Edward! Hey, Edward! What are you doing? What do you think you're doing?
Looking after you, what you don't have enough sense to do. Come on.
Hey, Willie!
Let's go! Come on.
I
don't want to see you hurt.
He wasn't hurting me. I liked it. I like him. I don't like you.
We're not through with you yet, mister.
Let him go. Billy, please.
Let him go, Palaman. You all right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ben, you seen Angie?
No, not since this morning. She was out at the Willie's camp.
Going out that way?
I was just leaving.
I'll ride along with you.
All right.
It's your daughter, Major. My wife and I were driving out of town. We came across this empty buggy right alongside there where they had that camp. And we heard some sounds in the woods like it was somebody crying. She said something about some man pulling her into the woods.
Get the doctor, please.
Yeah.
Angie. Angie, it's me, Paul. Can you hear me, Angie?
Major, don't try to make it talk now.
You're responsible for this, letting them Willies stay at your ranch.
We don't know that one of them did it.
We're gonna get a posse together and find the man who did it. I got a pretty good idea where to start looking.
How many of them worry willies are out yonder?
Who knows? They just keep on coming.
Sheriff should have taken a bigger posse.
Yeah. Maybe we better go along and give him a hand.
Hello there, fellas. How you doing? This is about the best barbecued beef I've ever had.
Could have had a touch too much salt.
Die.
Must be a wondrous thing being kicked from inside.
Yes.
Folks, I know you're all wondering what we're doing here, and if you give me a minute, I'll tell you. First off, you are not under arrest, but we are taking you into town for your own protection. Marty, you and Ed check those tents for weapons and make sure we don't leave anybody behind.
Now, wait a minute. Suppose we don't want to go.
Yeah. Then we just take you, that's all. Boys, help them load up in the wagons, will you, please?
Mr. Cartwright, what's this all about?
Willie, Angie Coulter was...
Somebody assaulted my daughter.
Was she hurt?
Yes. Yes, she was hurt.
Come on, let's go. Hey, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't think I had anything to do with that, do you?
Billy, nobody says you had anything to do with it or anybody else here, but I think it's best you come along with us. A lot of angry people in town, and they got their eye on all of you.
I guess that's all of them, Sheriff.
All right, let's move them out.
All right. Hair's done. Every minute. That's it. Down. Down, everything. Hey, Neil, get that. Come on, bring it down now. That's the way, right. All right. Hair's done.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, here's one they missed.
Hey, Willie! Hey, Willie!
Oh, now, take it easy, boy. There ain't no more Willies left.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
All right, then. Oh, I'm sorry, Ed. You better wait outside.
Oh, all right.
You better let me take a look at that.
It's nothing, Doc. I got a caught on a rose bush.
Oh, the sheriff wanted me to come over and ask if you could remember anything that might help us identify the man. Anything.
I left the camp early to get home before dark. When I got to Fern Creek, where the road narrows, there was a big branch across the road. I got out of the buggy and started to move the branch. Someone grabbed me from behind, dragged me into the woods.
Do you remember what the man was wearing? Did you see that? Did he say anything? Could you remember his voice?
No, he was behind me. And he had his hand over my mouth. Last thing I remember is digging my nails into his head. I'm trying to make him let go.
I'll kill him.
Mr. Cartwright, let me explain.
Come on here, Ben! Come on!
I'm sorry, Billy.
Well, that ain't gonna help Pellerman.
No, I guess it won't. For what it's worth, Marcus and the others are in jail.
How's Angie?
She's about as well as can be expected, I guess.
Those blankets that have been torn up and everything around here that's been smashed up and will all be replaced, Billy. You're welcome to stay on.
Oh, no. Thank you, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, maybe you'll change your mind.
No, sir. I don't think so.
Billy, do you think it's going to be any different in the next town? Or the next?
I don't know, but I just keep on hoping.
What? People will change.
Oh, they'll stop being selfish and greedy and suspicious and violent.
And be what? Like you? Is that what you want? A world full of people like you?
Would that be so bad?
No. The world just can't stop. You just can't sit under the shade and dream about the future. You have to make the future.
It ain't gonna be me, Mr. Cartwright, because I don't like this world.
Then change it. Don't withdraw from it, Billy. Become part of it. Make it better.
You tell me. Why should I?
Because it's the only world you've got.
When the blue and gray were fighting, I found a blood brother. And when the smoke had cleared, we stuck with each other. Spilled blood at Chickamauga, and the cannon roared that day. But it bound us together to right thinking ways. We were blood brothers, and we're blood brothers.
Come on.
You ought to get some padding on those benches, Buchanan.
Go help Kite unhitch the team. Jace, take Queenie and go get some firewood.
All right, that's enough.
Oh! My ankle! My ankle! Oh! 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 Where is he? Quinn got away. I'm going after him. Getty, get your chains on.
Easy, mister. That's better.
What do you want?
Saddle it. Do it, mister. Now.
killed you.
I'm sorry.
Sorry! You don't know the meaning of the word sorry. That's the only prisoner I've ever lost. And before we get the gallows pass, I'm gonna teach you what sorry means. Now hitch up that team.
So Quinn's the first prisoner you ever lost, have you, Ken? Since when did you stop counting M&Ms? 10 years is a long time, but there's still a lot of folks who remember how you...
Why don't you shut the wagon?
Right up there in front.
He's being nice to you. Could put you inside.
You learn to take orders where she's going. There, it makes no difference. Man, woman, or child, they just count noses. So get up there.
Well, you left nothing here, Madge, to come back for, so do your time. Keep going.
Don't worry, Sheriff. Tell Mr. Farrell I wouldn't cross the street to spit on him, even if he was on fire.
Let's go, Kite.
Yep.
She'll be glad when Hoss gets back. Take some of this load off me.
What load are you referring to? What do you think this is? Chicken feathers?
No, I'm sorry. Just a figure of speech. I meant us. Here, let me get that for you. Like you put in a good morning's work. How about a beer, huh?
Yeah, good idea. Beer and a steak.
Steak sounds good.
Yeah, listen, got the money?
The money?
Well, it's your idea. It's your treat, isn't it?
But don't you think steak's a little heavy this early in the day? Maybe eggs would be good.
Yeah, eggs. Good idea. Eggs and steak.
Eggs? Oh, eggs and steak. How about a,
just a
bacon sandwich?
Sure, it ain't Quinn. No, but maybe he's seen Quinn. Come on, Jace. Get up.
This ain't water.
I wonder who it is. Mr. Buchanan?
I don't know. He'll tell us when he comes to.
Bring the wagon!
Looked like a bullet creased his head. Can't leave him here.
Get him in the wagon, it'd take a small army.
Hold it. Put these on.
What for?
The warden at Gallows Pass is expecting 3 prisoners. Now, he doesn't look at faces and he doesn't read descriptions. He just counts noses. He's expecting 3 prisoners, and that's what he's gonna get.
Thank you, Joseph. That was as good a steak as I've eaten in a long time.
Now, the first one or the second one? I know where a horse gets his appetite. I think you could eat him under the table.
Oh, today I could. The price was right.
Now, you're telling me. Let's get out of here before you get hungry. Hey, isn't that Big Brother's horse over there?
Looks like it.
Hey, mister. Where'd you get that horse?
Let go of that rein.
What were you doing with my son's horse? Come on, I'll take you to jail.
Hey, what is this? This, my friend, is a prison wagon. Prison wagon? That's right. You're on your way to the Territorial State Prison at Gallows Pass to serve 5 years for manslaughter in the place of a slicker named Quinn.
Buster, somebody's gonna have some explaining to do. Get him on his feet. I'll get on my feet, all right.
You're making too much noise.
You listen to me. Listen to me. Your name's Fred Quinn, and you've been convicted of manslaughter in the Stone River Court and sentenced to 5 years at the Gallows Pass prison. That's where I'm taking you. And when I deliver you to the warden, he pays me $100, no questions asked. All he expects is a body, and that's what he's getting. I know what you're thinking. That you'll just tell the warden who you are and walk away. Well, you're wrong there, too. The territory pays the warden $50 a month to keep Fred Quinn locked up. And that's all you'll mean to him. $50 a month, $600 a year, $3,000 for 5 years. No more, no less. Now suppose you get back in that wagon.
You must need $100 awfully bad.
Maybe you'd rather ride back here.
Maybe I would.
Put her in a box, Kite.
That's the gospel. The horse was just roaming loose.
I still say you're a liar.
I'm telling you the truth.
Just how far west of Yucca Wells did you find this horse, Mr. Johnson?
10 to 15 miles.
Joseph, let's head out Yucca Wells way, see if we can find any trace of horse.
Keep him locked up, Action.
Don't you worry about that.
Clem, if Mr. Johnson happens to remember anything that he hasn't told us, telegraph us care of the sheriff at Yucca Wells. We'll be there by tomorrow night.
I'll do it, Ben.
The way I hear it, Gallows Pass is the home office of hell. Keep your mouth shut and do as you're told. That's the only way that a man can make sure he won't leave in a box. And that goes for the ladies, too. I'm just telling you this so you'll understand why I won't be speaking up for you when we get there, Mr. Gwynn. It's every man for himself at Gallows Pass. Dog eat dog.
Buchanan, who's he work for?
Himself. But you're not here because Buchanan doesn't want to lose $100. Did you ever hear of a man named Emmett Ames?
I reckon everybody's heard of the Ames gang.
That's right. Well, Buchanan's the one who lost him just the day before he was going to hang Emmett out to dry.
So?
So it didn't figure. Buchanan was sheriff of Paiute County. He was a big man. He was an important man. He was the best lawman in the territory at that time. But after Emmett escaped, people began saying how, well, he couldn't have done it without help.
Buchanan's help?
For big money. Not that there was anything anybody could prove. Just talk. Yeah. But it killed Buchanan as a lawman. Yeah, even after the talk died down, this is the best he could do. He's been waiting a long time for the people to forget.
What's all this to me?
This is Buchanan's last trip. He's up for appointment for Deputy U.S. Marshal when he gets back. And if he was to show up minus Fred Quinn, well, it might stir up all that old talk about Emmett Ames, but there'd go that marshal's job. And he wants that mighty bad. Oh, you're worth a lot more than $100 to him. A lot more.
There's a water hole down the next draw. We'll make camp there.
Why are they taking you to Gallows Pass?
Murder. I shot a payroll messenger up in Loon County. I got away with nearly $50,000. One of the payroll messenger didn't die soon enough, because a posse caught up with me washing out a pair of long johns in the creek a few miles down the road.
How come you didn't get the rope?
I would have, except I buried the payroll, and I didn't tell where, and I still haven't. Judge gave me life. I guess the warden at Gallows Pass has got orders to make it so rough on me, I'll just talk sooner or later.
You don't seem very worried.
Well, honey, the way I look at it, the only time to start worrying is when you stop breathing. Till then, anything can happen. Who knows? I may never even get to Gallows Pass.
Me neither. He's gonna have to kill me to get me there.
who they are. What they want.
I don't know.
Wonder who they are. What they want.
I don't know. They'll let us know when they get here.
Give me a hand, Kite.
Morning. Name's Ben Cartwright. My son, Joseph.
How are you?
Price Buchanan's mine.
Mr. Buchanan, I notice you're heading west. Did you happen to come through Yucca Wells?
Picked up a prisoner there yesterday. Why?
Well, looking for my son, Hoss. Yesterday, we picked up a fella in Virginia City who was riding his horse.
Claims he found the horse wandering around here somewhere. We just wonder if you've seen a man on foot.
No, I haven't seen a soul since I left Yucca Wells. Matter of fact, I haven't seen anybody since I left Stone River before that. Sorry.
Well, it was a 1,000,000 to 1 chance. Thank you, Mr. Buchanan.
Ben?
Get up in here.
Mr. Buchanan? There ain't no way in the world we're gonna fix that wheel.
I know that.
Hey, Buchanan! How about letting us out of this sweatbox?
It's only about 20 miles to Willow Pass. Get there and back before morning.
Sure, you could. Unless you made a detour through every whiskey mill in town like you did the last time I sent you for supplies.
Yeah, well, that was different.
Yeah, well, this is different. So I'm going myself. Jace, get the team unhitched. I'll use them for packing. I'll take your horse so I can switch off and make better time. And don't you take your eye off of them for 1 minute while I'm gone. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Hey, Kite, you better cut that out.
Boy, you got a hankering to do some temperance work. You go somewhere else and do it.
Do you mean what you said yesterday? That Buchanan will have to kill you before he delivers you to Gallows Pass?
Yep, I sure did.
What are you waiting for?
Right time.
What's wrong with now? Jace will be asleep. All you have to do is catch Kite off balance for a second, and maybe I could arrange that.
What would be in this for you?
They gave me a year in Gallows Pass. I'd like to cut that down by about 365 days.
What'd you do?
That's none of your business.
Well, first lawman that came by, I might have to make it some of my business.
Oh, just an honest, law-abiding citizen, huh? And you wouldn't believe me?
Well, maybe not, but why don't you try?
There's a man in Yucca Wells. His name's Farrell. He owns most of what's nailed down and a lot of what isn't. And when he says jump, all you ask is how high. Well, he took to seeing me socially, as they say, at night when no one was looking. He talked about getting married.
And didn't mean it.
Oh, he meant it all right. All he didn't mean was to me. And when I wouldn't take no for an answer, I found myself on the inside looking out. I was arrested, tried, convicted, sentenced so fast. The judge and jury had to wait 20 minutes before the first saloon opened.
What'd he charge you with?
Stealing a stinking little diamond ring Farrell gave me 6 months ago. Look, don't choke trying to swallow that story. I don't care. If you have to go honking after the first town constable that comes along, that's your problem. I take my chances. I'm not asking any favors. You need me to catch kite off balance. I need you to get out of this godforsaken desert. After that, it's goodbye and good luck.
What about that one?
I wouldn't trust him any further than I could throw the king of Siam's pet elephant.
We'll do it.
Sheriff Brophy?
That's right.
My son and I just rode in from Virginia City.
Ben Cartwright.
Yes, sir?
I've been expecting you. Telegram came for you this afternoon.
Oh, thank you.
Anything wrong?
A deputy back in Virginia City found a wanted poster for the man who said he was Sam Johnson. Name was Fred Quinn. Supposed to be on his way to Gallows Pass in Price Buchanan's tumbleweed wagon.
Miss Quinn couldn't very well be in the wagon. We left him in Virginia City jail yesterday.
Well, now, Price Buchanan didn't mention anything to me about anyone escaping.
No to us.
All he told us was he hadn't seen anybody afoot in the desert.
Anybody ever got away from me, I'd ask everyone I saw, wanting all the help I could get.
Yeah. I think we better have another talk with Price Buchanan. Thank you, Sheriff.
I got these friends in Gallows Pass. It might make things a lot easier on you if I asked them to. Of course, a fella does a favor, you should get a favor.
I guess so.
Get out. Get out, come on. If he moves, kill him. Hey, you! Get up! Toss that pistol out butt first. Now, come here. Home. Get the keys, get these things off me.
You stay out of this.
Oh, honey, you couldn't drag me into this thing.
Now, my legs. Now, give me them keys. Now, both of you, get in that wagon. Go on. Get in there.
two just run along now.
We're wasting time. Hurry.
Come on.
It was all his fault, Mr. Buchanan.
Shut up! Kite, you get out of my sight while you're still able to walk. You're a fool if you stay with this crazy man. Which way did Cartwright and the girl go?
Cartwright. You mean Mr. Quinn.
Jenny, don't you play with me.
Footprints will tell you if I don't. The last I saw them, they were headed that way.
All right. Get out of those manacles. We're going after them.
You're going after him, Buchanan.
I'm just going.
Wait! Wait! I've got to rest.
No. What you gotta do is try a little harder. Now, come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. We'll find a better place somewhere. Come on.
You've been saying that 2 hours.
Look, Buchanan could be right behind us.
I don't care. I don't get you, mister. I don't get you at all. Why are you doing this? What do you want?
Come on.
Answer me. What do you want?
Nothing.
Don't tell me. I haven't met a man yet who didn't want something, and most of all was what Kite wanted. And stop tickling yourself, mister, because there isn't any left, not for you or any other man in this stinking world. Now get out of here. Leave me alone. I can take care of myself.
Miss Tucker, you may find this hard to believe, but you ain't got nothing I want now or never. I made a deal, and I'm gonna stick to it. Now, you're proving that ain't too smart. Now, I'll do something about that later, but right now, we gotta hurry. Now, come on, let's get out of here.
Somebody sure left here in a hurry.
Take a look at this. Brand new wheel they didn't bother to put on, just abandoned the wagon.
There's nothing in the wagon that says horse was here.
Take a look at the tracks, though. Got 2 people on foot, followed by horses. It's kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's start tracking.
happened wasn't a mirage.
Chris, you catch your breath?
Wait till we get there. Hey.
Me down, I can make it that far.
You sure?
Yes.
We're in luck. Looks like an old abandoned lion shack. There should be stores here. Come on.
What do we do now?
Well, we can get a little rest. Maybe we're far enough ahead of Buchanan. Here. Hold down. I think we can afford to take a few minutes. Just throw it over here.
Getty, put these on him. Get a good rest. Got a long walk ahead of you. Outside.
Go into the horses.
Hold it.
Get her inside. Those are friends of mine. That figure's inside.
Won't do you any good, Buchanan. Those friends are here to see the light get away. Listen to me. I give them half the money from the job, and then I gotta stop them earning.
You're about to lose a couple of friends.
Let Getty go, Buchanan!
Listen, you call off those two friends of yours, or I'll blow your head off right where you're standing.
Be smart, Buchanan. Look, I've got a lot of money hidden away. I'll pay you anything you... Shut up! What's the matter? Ain't my money as good as Ames was?
That doesn't answer his question, Buchanan.
He's right, Buchanan. Up until you, I never took a dishonest dime in my life. I was a lawman, and a good one. Maybe that's what the trouble was. Everybody had it in for me.
Buchanan! You've got 10 seconds to let Getty walk out that door!
I just wanted to be a lawman again.
Sacco! Hold your fire!
Hold it! Listen. What's the matter with you? What are you helping him for?
I ain't helping him. But I ain't helping you either. Now, you call your boys off. Tell them to get out of here. Go on.
No.
Miss Tucker, get the keys and take these cuffs off me.
Good girl. Miss Tucker, it looks like you and me sort of locked horns, don't it? But I'm gonna let you make up your own mind. You make the decision. You're gonna have to kill me before either one of you walk out of that door. Now you go ahead and make up your mind.
I thought you were kidding. You really are an honest, law-abiding citizen, aren't you?
I try.
Cal! Let's get out of here!
Pa! Joe!
You had it right in your hands, and you let it go. You were as free as a bird, and now you're packing a cage again.
Shut up.
What's the matter, honey? Sir?
Mr. Farrell signed a complaint. He was the prosecution witness, the only one. If anything's done, it's up to him to do it. But if you was to push to have this case reopened, it surely would embarrass Mr. Farrell and his new wife.
Well, you know that's what I'm gonna do. Now, what are you gonna do?
I'll tell him what you got in mind. It'll be my pleasure. I'd be mighty surprised if he didn't ask the court to suspend Miss Tucker's sentence. I'll see him right away.
Buchanan's dead.
Didn't think he was that seriously wounded.
Doc said he wasn't. For a man who wanted to live.
I thought I knew all about men. But you sure changed my mind.
Well, you could have blown a pretty big hole in the back of my head out there in that cabin, and you didn't. Like Kite says, I reckon you do a favor and you get a favor.
Is that really the way it works?
I think most of the time. But I reckon you have to find that out on your own.
Yes. I suppose so.
Well, good luck, Miss Tucker.
Thanks.
Yes.
supplies.
Somebody had to watch the ranch.
Why? Where's it going?
Excuse me, you know where I could find a Mr. James Clayton?
Yeah, old Colonel Clayton, probably in the saloon.
Thanks.
Hey, you wouldn't want to sell that horse, would you?
I might trade him if you got one just as good.
If I had one just as good, I wouldn't be offering to buy that one.
Yep, he's not for sale. Thanks. How do you do, Mr. Clayton?
Davis?
Just about ready to go?
Yeah, this is the last of it.
Good.
He shot Colonel Clayton!
Get mounted! Yes? Want us to help you?
Oh, we'll catch him before you can get your horses.
I don't think so. Not on the horse he's got.
All right, catch up with us.
Come on, let's get our horses.
Well, this is the first time I ever seen a lawman that I needed one. Let's get these horses some water.
What happened?
They tried to break in here just before dawn.
Who tried to break in?
Well, them Utes what got off the reservation.
I don't know nothing about that. We're chasing a killer from Wells Junction.
Well, that figures.
And we haven't eaten since last night.
¿Nos vienen a ayudar?
Oh, alimento y agua, ándale, ándale.
Todo lo que piensan, alimento, agua y todo eso. Noche vinieron los soldados, parecían pájaros azules y se fueron ni siquiera.
Looks like we're up to split up, Ben.
You actually see those Indians?
Oh, no, I wasn't going to go out there and get myself killed. I set the dogs on them.
Did they take anything?
Ain't nothing to take.
What about those horses?
They's pulling horses, ain't riding horses.
With these water bags. Leave these out overnight?
Oh, yeah.
If that was him that was here, then he's either headed on east or he's backtracked west.
I'm headed south.
Oh, there's 80 miles of desert between here and Tonopah. He'd have to be crazy.
Jesse can make it. And every time we pick up his trail, it's been away from a telegraph point. If he gets to Tonopah, there'll be nothing between him and the border.
You're guessing, Ben.
Sure. So are you.
All right. You want the desert? You can have it.
Well, so I guess we got the desert.
Dusty, you and Jimmy ride west. The rest of us will cut east.
Sure. Anything cold to drink?
Mira, no toman el agua, se comen las tortillas y los frijoles y ahora quieren refresco.
Hornsweiler, shut up.
cut their sign by the time you get to the Diamondback waterhole. You better come on back here. It's about 30 miles out.
All right.
Since there's only 2 of you, you better watch out for them utes.
How many were there?
Somebody said there's 8, but only 4 of them had horses. There's a cavalry patrol out looking for them.
They'll catch up.
Good luck, then.
Hey, let's see if they get anyone.
Thank you.
Feels like the mouth of an oven, huh?
Yeah. Be a lot worse farther out.
I wonder if we're right.
Joseph, there's only one way to find out.
How's that?
I bet you it's 130 degrees or more.
Well, we ought to be able to reach that water hole before sundown. Wonder if he's up there.
We'll know soon enough.
He's down there, all right.
I'll go this way.
Raise your hands up high. High! Freeze right there. Drop your gun. Okay, you can turn around now.
I thought you were sleeping kind of sound. Oh.
What you doing here?
Well, my pack horse spooked and lost my water and supplies.
You prospecting?
Now and then. You sure kind of jumpy.
Yeah, well, I had to outrun me a whole pack of Indians this morning.
Well, I ain't one of them. Couldn't I get me a drink of water? Sure use some.
Help yourself.
Thank you.
All right, that's it. Hold it.
Hold it.
Keep those hands still.
All right, just stay put. All right. We'll be starting early in the morning. Joe, I'll go get the horses.
You got a nice way with rawhide there, mister. Not too tight, not too soft.
You don't seem too worried, mister.
It's a long way back to town, mister. Long, hard way.
Wasting your time. Why don't you get some sleep?
Why are you going through all this trouble? You could just hang me up to the nearest tree and be done with it.
You haven't been tried yet.
Oh, that's right. First the trial, then the hanging.
That depends.
Well, you don't think they're gonna believe me, do you? Is that what you think? Or is that what you want me to think?
I don't really care one way or the other what you think.
Hope. That's what you're telling me, right? Hope. See, a man who's gonna have a fair trial, he's got hope. And a man who's got hope, well, he just ain't gonna give you much trouble, is he?
You killed a man, you're gonna be tried. What'd you expect?
That was self-defense.
Then they'll turn you loose.
You really believe that, don't you, kid?
Almost finished?
Yeah, got 2 more canteens, Phil.
It'll be kind of hard for you to ride with your hands tied behind your back. If you were to give me your word, you wouldn't try anything.
You mean you take my word for it?
Yeah.
And you're a bigger fool than I thought you was. How's my horse?
He's gonna be all right. You did a good job with him. Where you hit?
The leg.
But you know how to use that gun?
I don't know yet whose side I'm on.
You better make up your mind fast. See anything?
I see nothing.
What's this? Take that now. The rifle, I said I'll take it.
Yeah, the horse is gone.
Yeah. Take a look at that. Here, take that pot and fill it with water. I need some boiling right away. Go on, move. That's a good, clean wound. Bullet went right through.
Looks like fire.
I don't know how bad that's gonna bleed. I'll fill that coffee pot and bring it up here. We got 2 canteens. That should be enough water for one man to make it across the desert.
Yeah, with luck.
Well, you're not going to be able to walk for about a week. That leg needs doctoring now. I can't very well send him.
Not even if I was to give you my word?
Be back by tomorrow night.
Right, you take good care of yourself now.
I'll tie him up before I go.
Don't worry, mister. Ain't nobody gone nowhere. Ain't nothing to carry no water in, and besides, he got the gun.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Hey. You. I'm talking to you.
The name is Davis.
Mr. Davis, would you get me a drink of water, please?
You know where that spring is as well as I do.
I don't think I can get to it.
Then you got troubles. Man could die out here without water. All day to day. All night to night. All day tomorrow. You're gonna get pretty thirsty.
Unless we can come to some kind of understanding.
And it could be longer. You might not get through. This desert is an ugly place. Full of ugly things.
Will you get some water for me, please?
I don't fetch and carry for you, mister. No, sir. But I think that I'm gonna fetch me some water.
I don't drink. You don't drink. Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis.
You made iron, ain't you, boss?
The name is Ben.
You got to excuse me, Mr. Ben. It's kind of hard to forget them old ways, Mr. Ben.
Just Ben.
It's gonna take more than that, though, to get you a drink of water.
Ain't nobody around here seen him.
Sheriff wired from Blainsville. They didn't get him either.
He must have gone south then, like Mr. Cartwright said.
Yes, sir. Cut around us and headed back for Wells Junction. Sheriff's already started backtracking.
We're going to join him?
No, we'll go on back to Verdant. Maybe Ben and Joe caught up with him.
They may be all the way to Tonopah.
Well, then we'll just have to go on back to Wells Junction. It's right on the way.
Well, how are we going to know? They don't have a telegraph in Tonopah.
That's right.
You're in pretty bad shape. Another couple hours, you're gonna be talking to yourself.
You still haven't come to an understanding.
I don't like being told what to do. I want to be asked.
I asked.
When a man holds a gun, ain't no matter how he says it, he's telling. Is the gun getting heavy?
Yeah.
Tired? I'm all nice and rested.
All right, Mr. Davis. You hold the gun and I'll rest.
You must have a lot of faith in me.
No. You'd have got the gun sooner or later.
Careful now, not too fast, not too fast.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Tell you what, I won't call you Mr. Ben if you don't call me Mr. Davis.
Is that your first name?
No, that's my middle name. They didn't give me no first name, no last name, just Davis.
Kind of strange.
What you call your horse?
Buck.
That his first name or his last name? Now, this is gonna need doctoring.
Can you do it?
Well, I contended, but I know about doctoring.
Appreciate anything you can do. Think Joe's gonna make it to Britain?
With 2 canteens? He'll be tired, but he'll make it. By midnight, and somebody will be here in the morning. That's when I'm needing you. Trade you in for a horse, some water, and a head start.
Suppose he won't trade.
Then you ain't gonna need no doctor. How you feel?
Oh. About the same.
You hungry?
Yeah.
That feels good. Yeah, gotta keep you strong.
Answer me a question.
You believe the answer?
Why'd you kill Clayton?
Is he a friend of yours?
Hmm? He only got here about a year ago. Hardly knew him.
Well, I knew him better than you did. I knew him all my life. He's the one that named me Davis.
That a reason to kill him?
There was others. You ever own a man?
No.
You ever been owned? Then you can't begin to understand the reasons.
Well, I can understand hate, though. Men kill for a lot of reasons. Hate's just one of them.
You don't know nothing about it. A man that knows something about hate, he don't give away his gun.
You figure I made a mistake?
No, mister. I don't hate nobody now. All my hate died with that man back there in Wells Junction. All I want to do now is stay alive. That's why I need you.
You still haven't answered my question. Why'd you kill him?
They could have got the Tonopah and started back to Virginia City another way.
Yeah, they could have.
And we ought to head on out, too.
All right, Jimmy, you go get the horses. We've kept this man from his work long enough.
Oh, no, that's all right. I was proud to have the company.
If any of that posse straggles in, would you tell them we went on back to Wells Junction?
Who's we?
Well, me and him.
Oh, yeah, I'll do her.
Much obliged.
Esos soldados vienen aquí, se van a buscar a los indios donde siquiera no saben dónde están. Yo les sé que ellos sí no me hacen caso. Tú, viejo flojo, que no sirves de nada. ¿Para qué no? Ven aquí en la noche y nos van a matar cuando estemos dormidos. A ver, muévete para allá. Yo creo que está rezando al equipo a que vengan los indios y me llevan para casarte con mi hermana, que es más joven, ¿no? No te conozco, viejo sonso.
It's beginning to fester. I gotta do something. The only thing I know to do is to cut it open and let it drain.
Yeah, well... You had that knife all this time?
It wasn't you I wanted to kill. It was him. Now it's gonna hurt.
Oh, it can't hurt much worse than it does now.
Oh, yes, it could. You better bite down on something.
Go ahead, do it.
Easy, easy, easy. That does it. Hold on. You all right?
Sure.
You should be all right now.
Thank you.
You know, I wanted to kill that man for a long time. I began making this knife to do it with 10 years ago, right after Cali.
Years ago.
Right after Cali was moved up to that big house. Cali was my girl, mister. Ever since we played together down in the quarters, two was old enough to work in the fields. She was the only thing I ever wanted. And Esau moved up to the big house so he could have her there whenever he wanted her. Never will forget that day. Never will forget them screams for help I saw in her eyes. Never will forgive myself for not doing something about it then.
Sit up. Not too much now, just a swallow. You can have some more in a few minutes. You all right?
Yeah, I am now. Boy's back at the water hole. He's been shot.
Can you ride?
Yeah.
Somebody's coming out there. I guess it's time for the horse trading.
What happened to Carrie?
I don't know. She worked in the house about a year. She didn't smile no more. He sold her. See, after the war down there, everything just come apart, you know. People went every which way, and I couldn't find her. So I went looking for him. I thought I was free, but free man is the man on a big horse, you know. So I got me a big horse. A free man is the man who can take care of himself. So I learned how to use a gun. A free man is the man who can read and write, so I taught myself to read and write. I still wasn't free. All I was a man with a gun, riding a big horse, reading the signs along the way, telling me I was getting closer and closer to Wells Junction. But for a minute there, back in that saloon, I was free.
Just after you killed him?
No, just before, when I walked into that saloon with the looking all done, there he was sitting right in front of me. But he wasn't the man I was looking for. The man I was looking for was big and strong, with a voice like a cannon, with the power of life and death over everybody. All I saw there was this ordinary, everyday looking man. blinking up at me through them glasses. But no more power over me. And I felt sorry for him. I didn't want to kill him. But then I saw his gun coming up and I had to do something.
Well, then you killed him in self-defense.
That's what I told you.
Well, there must have been witnesses.
Yeah, the other man at the table, he saw Clayton draw first.
And why'd you run?
Why did you chase me?
Man is killed. You have to answer for it one way or another.
You're right. Well, I have come a long way, and I am getting tired. All right, Ben. You hold a gun, and I'll get some rest.
Cavalry caught up with them Indians. We saw them inverting and recognized your horses.
Yeah.
But they didn't have your gun, so I figured maybe you're still out here someplace. And hurt, maybe.
Well, I've done all I can do for you out here. You'll be all right till we get you back to town.
Get the best lawyer in town for him.
You bet.
You know, you did a pretty good job cleaning out that wound, considering. All right, Trooper, bring them horses.
Dusty, get in there and see what's going on.
Well, Joe will be out as soon as it's over, man.
I just want to know why it's taking such a long time.
Oh, it's not taking such a long time. I just
Dusty,
went and looked.
it seems like a long time.
All right, if it'll make you feel any easier, I'll go have another peek.
Happened just like you said it would.
Oh, yeah?
The man at the table, the other man at the table, he admitted that Clayton drew first.
And they dismissed it.
That's right.
See, sometimes it comes out right.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens right.
What now?
I don't know.
Any ideas? What you want to do, or where you want to go?
Well, I ain't never been there yet. But I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah. I hope you find it.
Thanks. Thanks.
Davis. So long.
So long, man.
Hey, still like to buy this horse?
You don't think I could walk all the way across that desert to Tonopah, do you?
Well, why not? I almost made it.
Yeah. But you almost did.
Get out of here, will you?
Take it easy.
Hey, Pop, do me a favor, will you?
What?
Next time there's a posse, don't volunteer for the desert.